Hello, hello, and welcome back. Let's see where we left Alan last time. It's been a week or so since our last session, and I've likely forgotten both Alan's situation and the controls. Here we go. Continue story. That's right, we must be making our second
Mount Red
trip up to the
Tooth,
observatory.
its top littered with man-made eyes that stare into the endless depths of space. Tonight, the champion of light will depend on them to pick out a message from the ether.
Okay, so this will be my quote second trip to the observatory, but is in fact my first, technically, because I was sent
As
2 hours
history
back in
repeats
time.
itself, the man remembers the patterns. He knows that he needs the missing part for the telescope.
I better find Dr. Meadows' car. That's where the camera should be.
Oh, yeah. We have our various dark presences back in play. Oh, I can't wait. That's right, that's the dodge button. All right. We're getting there. What are you throwing at me? All right. Why, hello there. Welcome, welcome. I'm not sure who was first exactly, but you're all first in my heart. It is a nail gun, yes. Rather effective. Surprisingly. All right. Let's go get the old throwing arm out of play. Deliveries, that's me. Cosmological truths. Tell me
There are
about it.
places where our world is worn thin, and another reality brushes against ours. One such site is Cauldron Lake near Bright Falls, Washington. But there are others. That
Oh
other
boy,
reality
are
is
there
dark,
others.
vast and malleable, always in flux. In its depths dwell vast forces and alien energies. They're dangerous.
Oddities.
But in one of these places, if you know how, you can channel the power of that place and use it to shape reality.
I am so excited for the big plan here. Whatever they're going to do in the upcoming Project Big Fish, I cannot wait. I'm here for it. All right, this is looking a little more crowded than last time to me, but maybe I'm imagining things. You take your time, spooky darkness. I'll just be over here reading pages.
The
darkness
rose from the depths of Cauldron Lake and took Alice. It needed words. It needed me to write its way into our world. She was leverage, a hostage. I complied, but with a twist. I put in a loophole that gave me a chance to fight back. I was hunted by shadowy enemies, but I faced the darkness. I fought it with light. I drove it back. I saved Alice, but it came with a cost. I was trapped in the dark place below Cauldron Lake.
All right. Let's grab the good doctor's imaging array. And back out this way. I seem to remember getting attacked by spiders last time. But so far, no spiders, which you think would be better. Somehow almost worse. Okay. That's enough from you. No time for Birdman, sorry. Why, that's 2 Oscar-winning movies in one. No time for Birdman, yes please. That's like 17 Oscars. Oh, it is so nice to see you all in the chat, though I'm desperately sorry some of you are starting a work day on a Saturday. How dare they? The indecency of it. Though I hope that it goes well. I've got full pockets, alright. I'll try not to be greedy. What else do I have equipped, just out of curiosity? I have a shotgun, a flare gun, and the good old nail gun. That is such a cool enemy type. I love the new little twists they add to this one. I'm running out of nails, however. The nature of
Stories come
stories.
naturally to us. We can't help it. There are many different worlds, many competing realities within our heads, fueled by books, television, even barely remembered childhood tales. There's an endless supply of fictional concepts more familiar to us than anything or anyone real. We have a far greater connection to the fictional characters we know and love than the random people we pass on the street. Our destinies and inspirations are shaped by lies, myths, and fables.
Feeling a little called out, Alan, if I'm honest with you, but also a little bit seen, so thank you for that. Alright, I'm just going to stick with shotgun for now. That'll be fine. That'll be fine with my 8 nails. Aha! That'll help. Alright, any other pages I am missing? Page boys, where are you? I'm here to cut your hair. Everyone's just had enough of it. So they sent me. I didn't really check how many. There's like that weapons storage crate down there. But I didn't really pay attention to how many pages it needed. Now we're all the way up here. Ah, who has time for it? Oh, Doctor. It's me again. Drink it in.
It's you! How dare you! No, wait. It isn't you, is it? I suppose you'd better come in. I'll unlock the door.
Thanks.
Ah, nice and quiet in here. Let's change that.
I know what you're thinking. Evil twin, supernatural powers. But most of the time, I just like to keep things basic. I want you to understand that. Like this. Need to get your hands dirty? No batteries, no moving parts, just physics. That's technology you can depend on. It's a classic. Speaking of classics, You need to be careful with this one, though. If the victim suddenly twists, you might end up cutting yourself. It's not really a workhorse, but I'm a sucker for this style. Now this is more like it. You've got slip-resistant grip. Believe me, you really want that traction once you're wrist deep in somebody. The blade's stiff enough so it won't open by accident in your pocket, but it's still really easy to open with just one hand. Now that's a big thing for me. I know what you're thinking. It's too big.
This is a pretty fantastic infomercial.
But sometimes you just need the extra oomph. If you're talking intimidation, this is gonna do the job. Also great for dismemberings and whatnot. You know, the messy jobs. I can't tell you how many things I've MacGyvered with this stuff.
Hey, you leave Jack O'Neill out of this.
Okay, now, guns. Not a big fan. I mean, how are you supposed to really connect with somebody with a bullet? I want you to understand that. I take pride in what I do. We can't both be worthless hacks, can we?
Pay attention, Alan. This is important info. I think I enjoy our time with Mr. Scratch a little too much. I feel I should apologize, but I will not.
You'll have to forgive me, but this feels very strange. It seems like this has all happened before.
I have the replacement
Feels like
part
that, doesn't
for
it?
your telescope, Doctor.
All right. Let's get it installed.
Alright, but give me 1 second. Because I'm seeing a page out here that I somehow did not see prior. I don't know if I can get back out at this point. I can't. We'll hope for it next time. Keep it in mind. Alright, sorry. Back to the task at hand. Make sure I don't need any of this first. Yeah, I wish. Alright, raise me up. I'm ready for the trivia. Oh no, it's just like an engineering task. No trivia here.
I think we can give this a go, although I have this strange feeling that something will
Don't
go
start
wrong.
it up yet. There's a problem with the coolant system.
Yes, that's right. I remember. All right, let me think. If they're sabotaging it, they'll be at the primary coolant pipe outside. If you can secure it, we should be ready to pick up the signal. That is why you're here, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'll take care of it.
Before you go, if you have the time, I'd appreciate if you came up here and explained a few things. All of this is very strange to me.
Yeah, I guess I have some time, sure. I want to leave you in this loop, out of the know, out of the loop yet in it, simultaneously. That would be terrible. What would you like to
I
know?
don't quite know what's going on, but I seem to remember having had this encounter before.
It's not deja vu, Doctor. This has happened before. We're caught in a time loop.
That's utterly insane. How could that be?
I can't really explain it. I suppose I could call it magic.
I don't believe in magic.
Neither do I. But I can't argue with what I've experienced. Listen, what matters now is the signal. The last time we only caught a part of it. I need the rest of it. Whether you believe me or not, you want to look into this as much as I do, right?
Yes. All right.
Sure.
I realize
Let's
that
push
you
the
have
issue.
trouble believing this.
That's an understatement. I can't deny that what you say resonates with me on some level I don't pretend to understand. But for all I know, I'm simply delusional.
But it's not just you. I've experienced the same thing as you. Doesn't that prove something, at least?
Maybe. On the other hand, given your appearance,
If we
and
could
the
prove
fact
it,
you're
it would
trying to
prove
convince
something.
me that I'm not insane, perhaps you're merely a hallucination that accompanies my delusions.
You're not having a psychotic episode, Doctor.
Not
For what
yet.
it's worth, I'm a skeptic by nature. I completely understand your reluctance to believe me.
There are people caught so deep in their psychosis that they retroactively manufacture memories and beliefs that conform to the situation at hand.
Sure, but you have to stop second-guessing yourself at some point, if you want to get something done.
Quick peek into Alan's life over these last 10 years. Gosh, you just have to stop second-guessing yourself at some point if you want to get something done. Alright, headed to the primary pipes. Don't you worry, secondary pipes. Your time will come. Just gonna flannel my way on down the stairs here. Give me a minute. Fantastic, alright. Let's look for that page if it's still around. Alright, the Taken.
The Taken may well be the tool the darkness favors over any other. At some point, they used to be human, but whatever humanity they once had is long gone. Now they're just shells covered and filled by darkness. The Taken Mr. throws at me are more grotesque and varied than the ones I first encountered in Bright Falls. But I know how to deal with them. I'd be lying if I said they don't frighten me. But I've survived worse. I can't let them stop me.
I'd be lying if I said they don't frighten me, but I do have a nail gun. So that helps. Alright, can I get down over here, or do I need to go all the way back around? Let me check. Looks like they're gonna be nice. Haha! I hear noises. Hey, that's where I need to go. I didn't even see that guy.
Am I correct? You should be able to turn on the lights and secure the area that way.
Well, alright.
Doctor, can you hear me? I think we're good to go.
All right. I'll start looking for the signal. Please, head back.
Stanley's no. Stanley's why? Don't you throw things at the primary pipes? It was an active poltergeist for a second there, but then it disappeared. I didn't know the poltergeists could free their grip on the item in question. That must be a new tactic. Oh, sure, I'll take full ammo. Alright, there is a page here, but where? There we go. Dr. Meadows.
Rachel Meadows got the call from Michael, telling her to hurry to the observatory. She didn't waste any time. It had been a nice party. She'd had a good time, but her social life would always play second fiddle to the mysteries of space.
Good.
Michael never showed up, of course.
As it should be.
He pulled over at the wrong rest stop. She never even thought about him at the time. The phenomenon in the sky above her was too fascinating.
All right, back up the hill.
Whole damn mountain's trying to kill me.
All right. Oh, that's unfortunate looking. Okay. I think it's time to run for it. Thanks, Light. Appreciate you. Ooh, that is visually stunning. All right. Let's try a little shotgun time for these gentlemen. Special occasion. 2-for-1 shotgun sale. And you. Most of all, you. All right. Refill that. Thank you. It's dark up here. What did you do?
It's working. Please, come up here.
All right.
Find the signal?
Yes, I don't think it's quite the same thing we had, the last time. Still, we're definitely picking it up.
Are we getting the complete signal now?
I'm afraid not. Take a look at it yourself. I'm printing out a hard copy now. I'd like to ask you a question or two before that, though, if you don't mind.
Certainly. But thank you for giving me the
What's on your
option.
mind, Doctor?
Most people would find these events extremely disturbing, provided that they survive these creatures, that is. You seem to be quite adept at dealing with the situation. Why is that?
Yes, I was involved in... It's a complex story. I was in this small town, and a horrible thing from another dimension kidnapped my wife and manipulated me into writing this horror story that came true. I learned to fight it with light, and I managed to contain it and free my wife. But I was trapped in its world.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. So, I'm used to reality working in strange or even impossible ways. And I've fought these things, not exactly like this, but close enough for a good while now. Of course, I have certain advantages. Was there anything else?
What did you mean when you said you have advantages?
At the risk of sounding like a lunatic,
Well, there's this nail
reality is
gun
much
and,
more fluid than people think. It can be influenced.
I didn't take you for a mystic.
I'm not. I'm a writer. And under certain conditions, I can, for lack of a better word, rewrite reality. Change things.
That's absurd.
But it works.
Assuming I believe this, why don't you simply, I don't know, write yourself some superpowers?
It's not quite that simple. You need to follow certain laws of drama, I suppose. You need to think about consistency and symbolism. Often what you write isn't anywhere near as important as what you imply. There are things out there that will take advantage of your mistakes.
You really believe in
Love
this?
that line. Oh, of course I do. You've seen what's out there.
Don't look at me like that. You've experienced some of this yourself.
I will gladly admit that something exceedingly strange is going on. But this idea that you're somehow altering reality with your writing is ridiculous. You're essentially saying you're controlling my actions. Leaving aside the rational arguments against this, what gives you the right?
Well, it's more like having a destiny. A path you're on. You're not aware of it, but there it is. If somebody changes it, what difference does it make? It's what every writer does. If you write something that affects one of the characters, they don't really know about that.
I'm not a character. Are you saying that it's all right to take advantage of someone if they aren't aware of it?
Look, all I meant was that if you're genuinely making all your own decisions, and those decisions lead to whatever destiny you have, what practical difference does it make?
I suppose that depends on whether our destinies are determined by things like physics and probabilities, or natural reality, which is presumably neutral and impartial, or by some kind of an intelligence. If it's the latter, that intelligence makes choices based on some criteria. If we suffer as a result of those choices, there's a moral and ethical element involved, regardless of whether we're aware of its manipulations. Wouldn't you agree?
You're taking this very well. I thought you'd be angry.
I suppose I would be if I thought you could actually do this.
She just doesn't believe you. That's a very important, ethical conversation to have about rewriting reality. What gives you the right?
Another printout. Another
But what is
single
it that you're
fact.
changing?
The message is still not complete, but it's another piece of the weapon he has built against his adversary. Mere words on a piece of paper, but in the right hands, they will hold back the darkness.
I always have to remember that it is grabbing the paper that sends me back to the motel. It's like getting the keys off the guy that sends me to the observatory. It's getting the printout that sends me back. Or maybe to the theater rather than back to the motel. Remember the
last time
actions
the
that
man
end it.
came to the drive-in, it did not end well. He hopes to avoid that fate this time. He hopes that what he has brought with him to this place is enough.
Some jeans. And a couple of nails. Just a pocket full of nails in his tight jeans. That's what he's brought to Night
Serena's probably
Springs.
out of her mind again. But I'm gonna need that key so I can get the power back on.
All right. Let's deal with our biggest fan again. Oh, Serena. I'm here to save you from yourself, so that you can probably save me later. The dangers
To
of
change the
creation.
world, you must craft a blueprint for the new reality. Any work of art will do, as long as it's a genuine act of creation. That's what the energies of the dark place respond to. The results may be subtle and perplexing, or far-ranging and momentous. My area of expertise, the written word, gives much more precise results than music or interpretive dance would, for instance. But words can be extremely dangerous. What you define may become reality, but so can that which you imply, even if you don't realize you're doing so.
Alan, are you implying that somewhere out there there's a person that rewrites reality with interpretive dance? because I want to play that game, Alan. Okay, I'm seeing some gold medal punnage in the chat here about our conversation about what gives you the right to change reality. And follow-up, what gives you the rewrite? Ah, get out. You get out. You take your gold and leave. These puns.
You again.
Serena,
I'm
we're
really just
banishing
here to get
people
the
because
keys
of
so I can
puns.
get
Do you want to be involved?
Do you want to hold me down? It's okay. I know you like that.
Nope, I
Yeah,
don't want to
I'll just
hold you
grab the
down.
keys.
Thank you.
I could
Just the
be
keys, please.
like your wife, little wifey, waiting at home for hubby. Or you could be the mailman, or the neighbor.
I'm already married to someone who isn't crazy, thanks. I'm just gonna go and get the power back on.
Aww.
Look, I may or may not be back. I have the access code to the booth already, so once the power is on...
You should totally come see me. We could have fun. You know.
Oh no, we're going to
We'll
have a
see
lot
how
of
it
fun
goes.
once the lights are back on. Don't worry.
You
should sit down.
Or something. Try to stay calm.
I don't want to be calm. I want to be nasty. I want to be nasty with you.
Yeah. Okay,
You could do anything you want. You can use my...
let's not even go there. I was hoping that you'd
Corkboard?
remember more, but I guess that was too much to ask.
All right, I'll just grab the keys. Thank you. No need to use your corkboard right now.
But I see we have a caller. Hey, you're on the air with Eddie. What's up?
Hey, Eddie, it's Ricky. You talked about fate before. You think about that a lot?
Not a lot, to be honest, but I take it you do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Any conclusions you'd care to share, Ricky?
Well, we've got free will, right? That's in the Bible and everything.
Yeah, right, sure.
So free will, right? Am I right? I mean, if we can do what we want, how can there be fate? I mean, you don't know what's going to happen next, so there's no fate. There's just people doing stuff.
Well, I don't know, Ricky. I don't suppose you have considered the possibility that we're all here in the service of a greater purpose, incomprehensible to us,
And that what we take to be freedom is nothing more than the move of a pawn
Oh, wow.
on some cosmic chessboard, limited in scope, subject to the whims of unseen players,
existing only for their entertainment.
or perhaps we're just a twin
That was amazing.
of actual events that can happen elsewhere. Could it be that such is life in Night Springs?
Dude, what?
Food for thought, Ricky. Food for thought.
Food for thought, indeed. Ah, okay. I'm bleeding into the radio, apparently. Or my changes in reality are. Fully stocked. You take care of yourself. I'll be back in a second when things are safe. Don't let anyone use that corkboard until I'm back. I've got plans for it. We're gonna make a collage.
Are you getting it yet, genius?
The leg. Right in the arm. Just die quickly. It'll be better for you. This is for your own good. Aha, we do have 30 manuscript pages, apparently. And have unlocked the sawed-off shotgun. It's a classic. It's interesting that it's a single-handed weapon, too, so you can have like a shotgun and a sawed-off shotgun if you want, but we'll continue to go nail gun. Having way too much fun with the physics. Give another quick check over here. Though if I recall correctly, it was fruitless last time. Unless you count cactus as a fruit, which it may be. Oh, less than fruitless. It actually gets you ambushed. I managed to forget. What? Everyone just got a mulligan on that one, apparently. Okay. That's fine. Everybody get down! Alright, now get back up again. Equilibrium. One of my favorite Christian Bale films. Do check it out.
I've changed. I know who I am now. I know that I can write my own fate. Bright Falls taught me that. I know that indulging my weaknesses, giving in to fear and complacency will only drag me down. The dark place taught me that. I'm no Zen master. I've not attained enlightenment. But I have learned to let go of the things that I don't need. I know that without that balance within, I become my own worst enemy. Now I strive for equilibrium, and with that, I'm strong enough to get where I want.
Ah, I love the place that Alan gets to, starting off as such a gruff and relatively unlikable famous person. He gets to such a cool spot. One of my favorite characters. Alright. So we're headed past the big screen to try to restore the power again. Let's see if the poltergeists have anything to say about that. Ah yes, poor Sean Bean in Equilibrium. What is it, like 14 minutes in? Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert after saying Sean Bean, basically. I always forget those guys don't have a shield. I don't actually need to flashlight them. Though it still does help with the aiming. Oh, from behind. All right. Worth a peek. Completely useless, but worth it. Yay, it's TV time. Everyone pull up your TV trays. Cross your feet gently.
I want to talk about Alice. Just look at her. She's really beautiful, isn't she? Your wife?
That's just a photograph, but yeah.
Well, our wife, really. Just my wife soon. Don't worry. I'm not gonna treat her like the others. She's special. If I wanted her dead, she would be. I've been around for a while now. So talented. You haven't seen her new work, of course. Oh, it takes my breath away. Really, she's that good. Did you know that I've got a wedding ring, too? We're that similar. She's seen me a couple of times, you know. I've let her catch glimpses. She thinks she's imagining things, of course. She thinks you're dead. It might as well be. I mean, Even if you manage to keep surviving, you'll be in my trap forever. So I'll go to her. It'll be an amazing moment. Oh my God, you're alive. I'll be the good, loving husband for as long as I can stand it. She'll love it. And then, one day, somehow, it'll happen. Maybe I'll slip up, she spots something, or maybe she just starts running her mouth. And then, I'll do it. It's gonna be sweet. My darling wife.
Oh, Mr. Scratch. Just admit you're trying to impress me. It's me you're after. Just be honest about it. You're only mad at Alice because she stands in the way of us being together. I understand. Oh, there's another manuscript page. Detour. The
It's
doppelganger.
obvious that for all his power, Mr. is an agent of another greater being. The dark place he came from is full of terrible alien intelligences, dark presences, and none of them should be let loose in our world. He serves one of them. He'll open the way for them if I don't stop him. But he'll do more. He'll take over my life. He already has my face. He already uses my name. He'll become Alan Wake in every way imaginable and corrupt everything, unless I can stop him.
It is amazing that he's not counting Mr. Scratch as one of these dark, terrible alien intelligences. He's just saying, oh, he just works for them. Like, okay. Oh, it gets worse, does it? Oh, okay. Headed on down to the power station.
Like a little hamster in a wheel. Go ahead and keep running for all the good it'll do you.
How? How do you still have darkness? After all those flashbangs. After I've been super wasteful with the flashbangs. An assault rifle? That sounds fun. Sure. That sounds fun for taking. Well, I don't want to shatter my ankles. I'd better go all the way around. Okay, I'll just squeeze on through. Someone's dragging a box of chains. Someone else is singing with a church choir somewhere. And then there's one guy in the back that's just going, "Ooh." These are all the things I'm hearing. Peekaboo. It's me, it's Alan.
For Serena Valdivia, burning the midnight oil was more of an exception than a rule. A procrastinator and a perfectionist, she often worked when she wouldn't be disturbed. Tonight was especially important. The film festival would open tomorrow, and there was still so much to sort out. It wasn't that the work hadn't been done. She just didn't feel like she had completely mastered everything yet.
All right. Let's go assault rifle. Seems like a good enough room for it. All right. I forget what we had to do last time, if there was a sequence or something. Looks like only that one is showing green, so maybe just have that one on. Exactly the opposite of what I just did. You missed, Alan. What's the bad news? I'm ready for it. I can take it. Just be honest with me. Eesh. Not the time to go. Thought maybe I could do that, but no. Ooh, there was a page back there. Just seeing it out of the corner of my eye. Let's grab that. Survival in the dark
The dark
place.
place is utterly hostile to human life. It eats at your mind, wants you to succumb to madness. Your own thoughts can turn against you. Every shadow conceals a threat that attacks at the slightest sign of weakness. You're under endless assault. Every day is a struggle for survival. But I've learned to take care of myself. I focus on Alice, our life together, my need to be with her. That takes me a long way in the dark place, as long as I have my gun and the flashlight.
All right, back up the hill.
You die, you lose. If you quit, you lose. If you make it to the end of the loop, you still lose. Sucker.
Oh yeah, that'll work. I like it. All right. Oh, good. Power's back on. Just in time for the big finale. And here we go again. Okay, I guess those refill like every 2 minutes or something weird like that. I should have enough for now. Ooh, I think that still caught me a little. All right. Take a breath, Alan. You've earned it. But just the one. Now hold it for the rest of time. That's what you've earned. Ah, that got dark. Got dark so quickly. All right. What did the signal send us this time?
The champion of light knows that the time itself is about to end. At least for him. He can feel the dead end rushing towards him. But there is time to act. Incomplete or not, he has the weapon.
I don't have the whole thing, but maybe it's enough.
All right. It was late at night, summer was almost over, there was a film noir poster visible, and a spotlight illuminated the red fire extinguisher. Film noir poster. Death Rally video game. I guess I don't need to use it now, but boy, I'm tempted. Let's get these. These were the two we had last time. It was Summer is almost over. And it's late at night. "2:36 a.m. to be exact. And there is a spotlight on the red fire extinguisher. Okay.
No, it's not enough. You're trying to be cute, aren't you? What are you up to? It's a waste of time, buddy. You should just lie down and die. Let me take over. This is the only thing you've got coming to you. From here to eternity. No matter how many times you come back.
And back in time again.
Time folds back on itself. Again, his senses scream as the very impossibility of what is happening assaults them. But the champion of light endures.
He throws a small piece of wood. In frustration.
Each time he gets a little closer. Each time another detail falls into place. Now the trap works against the herald of darkness.
All right, last chance. Say your goodbyes to Birdleg. Alan is, metaphorically and quite physically leaving it behind. A Birdleg cabin? Well, that was ages ago. Alright, I think I am going to have to cut it here for now, regrettably. We will be back for the third and I believe final time loop. Likely tomorrow morning. So sorry to so quickly leave you here. However, I have to go get ready for the performance this afternoon, make sure my cables are in the correct position, and whatnot. So we will be back to this tomorrow morning, I do hope, for the big, thrilling conclusion. Thank you so much for your time here, for coming along on Alan's adventures with me. And I will see you guys tomorrow, or later this afternoon if you're coming along to the No Sleep YouTube live thing. I'll see you there. Otherwise, bye for now. Thank you again for your time.